I know you're kind of in a state of flux right now. Flux, I said. A state of flux, a state of, some confusion, a state of changeover right now. And that's totally natural, totally expected. You're actually doing it much more gracefully than what many of the ascended masters had ever done. You're doing it much more in a much more integrated way than any of the ascended masters sitting at the club would have expected. It's difficult, it's challenging, no doubt about it. It's almost like you're being sucked in by gravity, a gravity that would want to bring you back to the mind, a single sense of focus, a gravity that would suck you back into old ways and then have you keep trying to perfect those old ways of doing things, thinking that's somehow going to lead to your realization. When you're at this point where you're coming back to your senses, while you're still in the physical body, while you're integrating things like nature, while you're integrating the physical experiences into your life. It's truly profound. There are really no human words to describe it, but you're going through a transition. And the biggest thing I hear in your nighttime quarrels with me, in your nocturnal arguments with me, the biggest thing I hear, even in your private moments when you're by yourself, you're asking yourself over and over again, what's wrong with me? You get a little headache. What's wrong with me? Your toe hurts. What's wrong with me? Your thoughts are kiltered. What's wrong with me? You don't have that regular flow and synchronicity in your life. Actually, you don't have the old boredom in your life. What's wrong with me, you ask? And I say to you time and time again, absolutely nothing. You're going through so many changes at one time, deep changes in the body and in the mind. There's nothing wrong. If you could just breathe that in and allow it, the next time you're going through one of your things, why is everything in my life falling apart? Why does my body hurt? Why do I feel so discombobulated? Because you're going through the greatest change of any lifetime, of over 1,000 lifetimes, of all the stuff you've been through. You're going through the greatest change while you're in this physical body, while you're transcending the mind, going into senses. There's nothing wrong. But it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's almost like you want there to be something wrong. Kind of, maybe, a little bit. Well, yeah, in a sick kind of, you need counseling way. What's wrong with me? Do you really want the answer to that? What's wrong with you? Why is my body falling apart? Oh my God, I must have some terrible disease. I'm getting old. I can't think anymore. There's nothing wrong. You're going through a transition. It takes its toll on your body. It does. It takes its toll on the thoughts and the mind and everything else. Everything you thought you were, everything you identified with, it takes its toll. But if you can take a deep breath and in the most masterly way, take a deep breath and as a master say, it's all part of this very thing I chose called embodied enlightenment. That's all it is. That's all it is. So next time you get a speeding ticket, you didn't even know you were speeding. Next time a plate falls out of your hand and falls and breaks. Next time you slip and you hurt your elbow, or whatever it may happen to be. Next time you have an absolutely sleepless night. Next time you get a cold or a flu. Next time your partner walks out on you. Whatever it happens to be, take a deep breath. There's nothing wrong with you. You're simply coming into your mastery. And the sooner that the human will recognize that, the sooner the human allows the and there's nothing wrong. It's all part of this transformation, expansion, integration, multi-dimensional awareness, whatever it happens to be. Next time it happens, take it like a master. breathe like a master, be in grace like a master, and just allow it. The human, yes, probably want to scream out and, oh, but I'm doing everything wrong. Looks like no, your life is being changed, and that's. I've said to you before. What's the worst? The worst possible scenario? Nothing changes. The worst scenario is you keep doing what you've been doing for 1,000 lifetimes. How many years would that be? 1,000 lifetimes. It's a lot of years. 100,000 years or something like that. Some of you more, some less. But do you really want to keep doing the same thing over and over? Is that actually a bigger question? Is that really safety? Is that really safety? Just keep doing the same thing, getting up at the same time every day, eating the same meal, having the same talks with the same friends, going to the same jobs and the same human worries. There's a perception that, well, it's safe. I know the devil. I already know the outcome of it, so I'll just stay with it. But it's actually really not safe. It's actually one of the most, you could say, dangerous things you could do to yourself. Get yourself rutted in a deep rut even more. The funny thing is, funny for me, not for you, the funny thing is that when you try to get rutted, when you try to get into your patterns because they're comfortable and you know what to anticipate, there's another part of you called the ass-kicking master, AKM, that comes along and sees you in that stinking rut that the human has been complaining about, and will do things to really move you out. Because the master, it doesn't want you to get in a rut. It doesn't want to get in a rut. So the arse-kicking master will come and get you out of it.